All right, many of you may already be familiar with StoryMaps, but it's Esri's storytelling application that allows you to draw from different types of content like maps, pictures, videos, and text to help craft your narrative. With the new release, scenarios directly from Urban can be incorporated into StoryMaps to create curated visualizations that we can share with our stakeholders. So moving on to the demo. So to create a story map from your scenario, we'll pick up from where we left off after we successfully created a new web scene. I'll go ahead and choose Create App, which will give us 3 options to choose from. For this workflow, I'll go with Story Maps. Clicking on this option automatically creates a new story map with my web scene already embedded into it. Now I can go ahead and give my story map a name and a description. And I can use the same feature layer from my new exported scenario to create different web scenes, each highlighting a different aspect of the plan. So for instance, if I want to create a new web scene that highlights just the Western Avenue's projected new population, I could do that. Same thing for jobs and amenities. Finally, putting it all together, I can create a story around the new plan that is able to be shared with the public. I can include a little introduction to the plan area itself, identifying the geographic boundaries and the planning goals for this area. Also important to identify is the existing conditions. So for this specific example, I can discuss Western Avenue's historical context as an industrial corridor with many large buildings and surface parking lots. Then I can go ahead and bring in my web scene to demonstrate what the full build out scenario for this area would look like and include additional details such as the number of people, residential units, jobs, and the projected amount of new space for amenities that will be included. Using my population metric, I could demonstrate where the majority of new households will be placed. And even within the story map itself, I can navigate the web scene, zooming in to a particular area and learn more about the new residential units by clicking on it and identifying the different information. Same thing with jobs. And I can include some details in the text that couldn't be explained in the web scene itself, such as the fact that the city plans to include services in this area, orient it towards new workers, such as restaurants and daycares. And of course, all these new residents need more space to get fresh air and move around. So in the story map, we can also highlight the new open space, as well as the benefit to new and existing residents. Lastly, we can make our case for the zoning update itself. So to implement these changes and revitalize the Western Avenue corridor, the City of Boston is proposing to upzone this area to CC1, which will allow for mixed uses and higher densities. Now, anyone could go ahead and click on the new zoning to understand what exactly this will mean and get a better understanding of the new parameters.